Hello, everybody. Hi, and welcome to this work in progress showing of the woman who finally got inside her husband's brain. Firstly, thank you so much for joining us and happy International Women's Day. We're thrilled to be here with you and with the great news that Equity are now backing the Act Your Age campaign, which aims to tackle gendered ageism and increase opportunities for women in the industry. I'm really proud to be able to share this story with you today. Now, the piece has been written by the lovely Joyce Greenaway, and I am thrilled to have been asked to return to direct this new extract. Joyce first put pen to paper on a version of the script back in 2016. It was originally written as a 20-minute piece for two actors in their 60s and was performed at the Miniaturists at the Arcola Theatre. That original work has since been expanded and has become the first act in a 3-act play. Some of you may have seen our previous sharing back in July last year. In that engine room presentation, we were able to develop and share the second act. We received some brilliant feedback and lots of people seemed really keen to see the play in its entirety. So we're now going to share the third act with you. During rehearsals, we've been able to dissect and analyse the script, and with your feedback, we should be in a really strong position to be able to finalise the script and then pitch the play to producers and venues in the hope to getting it performed in full in the very near future. Huge thanks must firstly go to our entire team at the Omnibus Theatre. It's been an utter pleasure to be able to revisit the piece and incredibly valuable for us to be able to share it with an audience via this engine room live stream. Thanks are also due to the fabulous Anne-Louise Ross and David Broughton-Davies, our actors. Both have been incredibly generous with their time and talents and bring such wonderful truth and life to Joyce's beautiful script. Now, just to give you a bit of context, if we look at the timeline of our characters, we first meet them in a psychiatric ward. She is a patient and he comes to visit her and explains that his new business has just been given the go-ahead. We then visit the inside of his brain. He's been a victim of a car accident and she has managed to get quite literally inside his brain. He now has recovered from the accident and has come to visit she in prison. She is serving time for committing fraud, which she did when she was trying to save his business when he was incapacitated. In the play, we actually mix that timeline up a little bit. But now that you've got a bit of a general gist of the plot, it's now time to meet he and she in that very prison visitors room. Now, given that this is a work in progress showing, we'd love to hear your feedback afterwards. There's a link to the feedback form in the YouTube description box below, and there's a few questions listed in a Google document. Now, we'd be thrilled if you could take 5-10 minutes after this sharing to answer those questions as briefly or as extensively as you're able to. They really do help us develop the show. And then all you need to do is hit submit on that Google form. If this is the first time you're watching The Woman Who Finally Got Inside Her Husband's Brain, you can view the previous sharing of Act 2 on the Omnibus Theatre's YouTube page. And finally, please do tell your friends, family, direct people to that YouTube page where they'll also be able to view the previous one and obviously today. We'll be able to do that. We'll keep that on that page for the next couple of months. So now sit back, relax and enjoy The Woman Who Finally Got Inside Her Husband's Brain.
Got a shift now. Now you're doing bird. Selling your fags for a bottle of booze. Found a lesbian lover or joined a crew. Made a new crew. The cool crew. OMG. I've watched Orange is the New Black and it's a revelation.
It's not like that.
It's like Prison Break. I watched all of that and Porridge, Strictly Come Dancing and Bridgerton and The Crown.
No.
Well, is it like Startup or Shawshank Redemption or maybe Lupin when he gets shanked in the yard with a shiv? Well, is the plural of shiv shivs or is it still shiv? So is it like one shiv, two shivs, or one shiv, two shiv, like mongoose and mongoose? Well, not like that, but you know, like mongoose and mongoose is the plural, or something like shiv or shive or shiva. Oh no, no, that's a Hindu god. No, so it's probably shivs. Is it shivs? But more importantly, can you make one? Can you make one out of a toothbrush and some masking tape, or a metal spoon surreptitiously stolen from the staff kitchen, slowly sharpened to a point on your dirty cement floor? The bowl filled with beeswax and wrapped tight with an upholstery thread used to restitch the chair in the furniture shop, thus giving you a generous grippable handle for when you plunge it deep into the groin. Do you know how to use it? I mean, do you have to use it? Do you want to use it?
No, and you have to stop binge watching Netflix.
Well, I had to do something.
You could have visited me. It's not like Orange is the New Black. Look, I was terrified about prison. And now I find there's only one murderer. Everyone else is in here for petty crimes. The warders are unhappy, the inmates are unhappy, everyone's unhappy. It's an utter waste of humanity. It's more sad than scary. But I've got the book club reopened, thank you, and I might even be able to run a painting class. Watercolours again, probably paint pots and cardboard with all the cutbacks, and only for 3 at a time. And the staff will have to count the paintbrushes in and count them back out again in case we use them for shivs and self-harm. And yes, I actually do know what a shiv is.
You look amazing.
All things considered.
Well, you do.
Thank you.
And I look?
Like catnip.
You mean beautiful, beautiful and arrogant.
Well, I'll stick to my original answer, but well done for remembering. I like that.
Remembering. Sam sent his love.
Oh, you're in touch with Sam?
He gave me a lift. He's waiting outside.
Well, I don't want to see him.
He understands.
Well, how did you two?
Well, I think I maybe grew up. I had time to think, inside my brain. And part of the problem of our relationship with Sam's and mine was me. Yeah.
How very mature of you.
I know. But he also came round and apologized.
Your brother apologized to you?
I know. So when he did, I think I was ready to behave differently. He's kept on looking after things even after I came back, when I still wasn't fit enough. He's been pretty decent. Maybe we've both grown up. He's still a dick.
And how's the company, dare I ask?
Oh, you don't read the Financial Times to check? Well, still some final bills to pay, but yeah, pretty well done and dusted.
Well, I sent flowers to Mrs. Carter.
I saw that.
Well, it was tricky to do from in here, but I wanted to say sorry. I am so sorry.
Okay, I meant it when I said you did your best, and I'm proud that you did the right thing and owned up.
Well, you were right. I did come to you to be told what to do the right thing. I knew you would say that. I needed to hear that.
Did you just say I was right? I mean, just there. Did you say? No, I'm sure I heard.
Shut up.
Did I dream it?
I said you were right. Don't milk it.
No. I mean,
I don't know. It depends.
Oh, fuck it. Did you or did you not visit me inside my brain?
You remember?
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, hallelujah. I'm so relieved. You have no idea that's why I didn't come. I didn't know if I'd gone mad or if it would make a difference or if you'd remember, if it had changed.
Oh, idiot.
I am. Oh, I am. A very happy idiot.
I still can't believe it.
Oh, somehow it was different after you visited me inside. You see what I did there? Okay, sorry. So seriously, I could feel you, sense you, hear you after.
I know. I sat there beside you and it was different.
How did you get in there? In here? And how did you get out? I mean, for me, 1 minute you were there and the next you were gone. I mean, I say a minute, but in another way, it was like forever. I mean, forever like heaven, the eternity of heaven with you. So how did you?
I was sitting by your bed, watching the monitor of your heart with its funny little jagged dips and bumps and straight lines. Funny little jagged dips and bumps and lines that reassured me, that gave me hope, along with the seemingly confused yet exquisitely logical, intricate patterns of tubes, wires and cables crisscrossing your bed and your body, keeping you functioning, praying you weren't really in a persistent vegetative state, vegetable. Oh, I didn't want you to be a vegetable. So I wanted to know you were still in there, cognizant, thinking, dreaming, being. And I knew I wanted to be in there to make sure, in there, in your head, with every fiber of my being, with every ounce of my being, every breath of my body. And then I was. And I wasn't thinking about the return trip, but somehow I slipped away and got back. And now you can make that joke. Oh, a question. Was that really it? I mean, seriously, was that really it? Your brain? I mean, are there really no other bits of your brain? Compartments, rooms, boxes?
Hundreds of boxes. Oh, yes. Everything's packaged into its own separate box and filed logically and neatly away.
You're joking?
Oh, no, for once I'm not. Deadly serious. I have a box for sports. I have an entire racing track and peloton, and one for golf all on its own. One for bikes and speedboats and fast things, a wet room, sauna, spa, jacuzzi, yeah. One for work, one for friends down the pub, one for school friends, one for college friends, school friends, friends beyond categorization. I have a quite spectacular drag box for my Llanelli made Aled, all cowhide carpets in orange, black and gold. And then there's also, what? Oh, I know that look.
Is your mother, not in a box, but is there a box for your relationship with your mother?
Yes.
Eh?
And one for family.
Yeah, but there's one for your mother.
Yes.
Just for
Yes.
tartan?
Aye.
Big?
Castle.
Top of the range?
Right, every 6 months.
Am I in a box? Well, that must be If your mother has one, then I'd bloody better. Now, what kind of non-tartan box am I in?
Well, depends on the day.
Oh, dungeons one day, kitchen the next, and handcuffed in the boudoir the next. Oh, come on, be original.
Sometimes you look just like a pretty French maid.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Best not to.
And Sam?
Oh, he's never in a maid's outfit. Oh, hairy legs. Oh.
This is sort of nice, you know. This is the longest quality time we've spent together in years. Well, not including being inside your brain or the hours I sat by your bed while you were inside that bloody coma.
Oh, the hours I sat by your hospital bed.
Oh, no, that's low.
Oh, no, that wasn't what I meant.
Oh, no, it's just me jumping to conclusions.
No, I meant I gladly sat by your bed and would gladly do it again in a heartbeat. And I never thought you'd have to sit by mine.
I know.
I know what it's like to helplessly gaze at those wires, tubes and cables crisscrossing your bed and your body. I sat there willing you to have some blood in those lacerated veins, and I wanted to know what drove this beautiful, clever, funny, wicked, pure, tender, courageous, scared, generous woman to, and why I wasn't enough. I wasn't enough to stop her. And I finally, slowly realized that it wasn't about me. I'm not enough. Oh, what do I think I am that it's about? I mean, it wasn't about me. And it wasn't my job to stop you or to be enough for you. And I didn't even have to know why. I just had to be there for you. So I was. Mostly.
And I knew everything would be all right when you were.
Good. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
But you've always known that. You've known I've always known that.
Well, you never said it.
Didn't I?
No.
Oh, sure I'd said it. I'm sure I said it in there.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, but not before then.
Well, did I need to?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Okay, yes, you've said it now.
Yeah, twice now.
Twice now.
You're a good man.
Not so good, really.
No, I've missed this you for so long. I forgave my mother in here. Well, I didn't know I needed to until I was in there with you, asking for your help. I'd held it for so long. The anger. Oh, but it's been good. A relief. She'll never know, of course. I drew a painting of her in charcoal and blood. She tore it up. She beat me. I was 6. Father said nothing, never stopped her. And yes, you're the only person I've ever told that to.
You're not cutting yourself.
No. Got the desire for release is still, well, it's part of who I am, but no, I don't feel the need. I don't need to be in control, and I don't loathe. Well, No, it's bloody painful, so no. No cutting, no drugs, I'm clean.
Very mature of you.
I might finally have grown up.
Not too much, I hope. You and your mum and me and Sam?
Yeah.
You know, I never asked you, how come
Well,
Sam?
it's a funny story, actually. You know your blue sweater, the one you loved so much and were so distressed about losing? Well, Sam had a crisis of conscience after your car crash and came round to bring it back.
The shit!
I know. You'd torn the house apart at the golf club, and for once you didn't think it was Sam.
It's not even his colour.
But I'd been crying, oh, pathetic. And he was genuinely concerned. We talked. He suggested some ways to deal with the cash flow, and
And
I asked for his help.
he's a con man?
Which is why I thought I'd get away with it.
It's all because of that sweater. If I hadn't lost that sweater, you wouldn't be in here.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have been in there.
So,
what do we do now?
people watch. I bet they have a story.
Don't point in here.
From the slight speck of dust on his shoulder and the tilt of her head to the right, plus the inordinately large map spread out in the table between them, I'd say they're planning the heist of the century and a couple of murders. I also watched all the Sherlock Holmes from Rathbones and Benedict.
I mean, what do we do now? You're unemployed, I'm unemployable. The house is repossessed, the holiday home is repossessed, assume there's no more Andy Warhol, and in our hour of need, parents too dead to move in with. No kids, no pension, prospects nil. Oh, we really didn't expect to be in this position, did we?
Totally irresponsible Silver Surfers, but we still get a free bus pass.
For the time being.
Free bus pass, freedom to behave badly, and these.
What?
I made a promise.
Did you mug someone?
I have a friend in hot places, or Thomas Cook, or Tui, as they call themselves.
Are you allowed to do this?
Yes, I've checked. It's okay. I made a promise in here. Remember?
I remember, but...
And we won't get travel insurance. But I thought, you know, what the heck? Yeah, you only live once, and I want to live it dangerously with you. Out there, not inside again, never inside anywhere again. Make a better life than before.
It wasn't so bad. We did some okay stuff between the duff stuff.
I met you.
And I met you.
But not inside. Let's not ever live inside.
I'm sure your uncle's field is still free if we're stuck. We won't have lived together for an age.
True. Will it work?
Don't know.
Does anyone ever know? We should get married.
Oh, don't be daft. Nobody would have us now. We're too old.
About 20 years ago, the day I came to tell you about the company and the loan, you chose the hand with the smurf. And I said, if you behaved well, you might get the present in the other hand too. I had the money. For the first time, we could settle. I wanted to give you stability. I thought you cut yourself because you didn't have a home or a husband, and we've been living out of bags all our lives, and your parents never had a home, and I wanted to give you all this.
And I picked the wrong hand.
Well, you picked the right hand first, so you got the Smurf.
But
yeah, the other one had the ring.
Why didn't you?
I got scared. I got scared of you. For that moment, I didn't know who you were.
I don't think I knew who I was. I said things I didn't mean and did mean and didn't mean to say. Something you said has stayed with me and will stay with me for the rest of my life. I asked you what you wanted from me, and you said, like anyone, to be seen. And then I said, I've no idea what you mean. And you said, I know.
Yes.
I might know now. What do you want from me?
I want to be seen.
So do I. I see you.
I see you. It's kind of sudden after 40 years, but hey, I'm a slow burn. And I now know that you also hate surprises, so I doubt this will go well, and I'm scared again, but life's too short. So, will you marry me? Technically not right now, but when you get out in a few months, I mean, then will you marry me? Oh, maybe before then, so I can have conjugal visits, but will you marry me? Like the vicar said on the third reading of the band, okay, look, well, will you marry me? It's okay if you don't want to, but you could at least say no, just so I can put this on.
Yes, yes, I'd love to marry you.
Hallelujah! There has been a box-shaped pocket in all my trousers for the last 40 years. Another few months won't matter, so I'll keep this till you get out, and please behave yourself. Don't go killing anyone or digging a tunnel out. And these tickets are open-ended, but I definitely have a shelf life.
Well, we need a happily ever after.
That sounds like a fairy tale, and I
don't want a fairy tale, neither do I. I want real.
Good, because I have a stick now, not a sword. I swapped the beans for a cow, and I flogged the armor last week to buy some bread.
Well, let's get married now.
Now?
I don't want to wait.
We need permission and witnesses.
No, we don't.
Well, I'm not using Shifty McShifty over there.
We don't need anyone's permission.
Yes, we do.
As long as they don't see. I want to do this now. It'll be binding to me and to you, just to stand side by side, not touching. We're not supposed to touch. Don't touch me.
Okay. With this ring.
Oh, it's an engagement ring.
Stop!
Okay.
I thee wed. With my body I thee honour. With my mind I will be present to you, and I see you.
Got it. It fits. I don't have a ring for you.
Use the Smurf.
You really just said that?
Yep. Always present. The other bulge in my trousers.
With this smurf ring I thee wed.
You really just said that.
With this smurf ring
Oh,
I
this
thee
feeling.
wed.
No.
I thee
Continue.
wed. With my body I thee honour. With my mind I will be present to you. And I see you.
Let's go. Let's slip away.
How?
I'll find a way.
You're breaking me out.
Oh, I'm tired of us being inside.
Oh, I'm ready.
Can I hold you?
Oh, yes. See what happens to my heart when I finally hold you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that that sharing. As I say, it is a work in progress, and so we would love to hear your feedback. There's a link to that feedback form in the YouTube description box just below. And so if you can take, 5-10 minutes, as long as you want to, feel free to take half an hour and just fill out those questions for us. That would be absolutely glorious. And that your responses really do help us sort of develop the piece further. So please do click on that link and then submit that Google form. Thank you so much. And like I say, if you would like to see the previous sharing that we did back in the summer last year, you can find that on the Omnibus Theatre's YouTube channel. And yes, thank you once again for joining us this evening. Thanks. Goodbye.